The diagram shows a block in equilibrium on a slope inclined 25 degrees to the horizontal under the action of various forces. Find the value of the unknown forces. So here we've got a block on a slope. We've got a 15 Newton force acting downwards. We've got the reaction with the block with the slope R newtons, and we've got a force F newtons. It's in equilibrium, so it's not moving in any direction. Now, before we look at this, let's just look at this GeoGebra app. This GeoGebra app I will put in the notes of the video. So here we have the same situation drawn in GeoGebra. We could change the angle to 25 by just doing that. Now, we have this force acting downwards. So when we resolve problems like this on a slope, then we have an I direction, which we consider to be the same direction as the slope. And we have a J direction, which is perpendicular to the slope. And this force here that's acting downwards, we have to split up into what's known as components. So the I component will be the one which is parallel to the slope. And if we use a little bit of trigonometry, this angle here is 25. Now it's 25. If you take this one here, it's 25. This one here would be 90 minus 25. If you drew a right angle triangle in here and had the line coming from here instead of up there, then that would be 25 as well. So this angle here is also 25. So this will be mg sine theta using a little bit of trigonometry on this triangle here. Okay, and the J component would be the one acting in the J direction downwards, would be mg cos theta. Next to the angle is always a cos, opposite the angle is always sine. Mg would be like the weight of the block, the mass times the grams. Now, if you were resolving the forces, so if you resolve the forces in this direction, it's going to be T minus mg sine theta, and it's equal to 0 because the block is in equilibrium. Okay, and if you're resolving the forces in the J direction, which is going to be this direction, it's going to be R minus mg cos theta is equal to 0. So like I said, you can change the angle for this applet, and the I and J will change as well. You can use whatever angle you want. Well, it's 25, but everything will sort of change to show you what's happening. Even if the angle's steep, the same thing happens. This angle here will always be the same as this angle here. Okay, so going back to the problem. So obviously in an exam question you draw a good clear diagram. Okay, so we've got the line acting down, acting this way. And this is 25. And we have I acting in the same direction as the slope and J acting perpendicular to the slope. So the block is in equilibrium. It's very, very important. So resolving in the I direction, which is this direction, so that's going to be F, because that's acting that way. Now here, if we split this up, again, like we show, this angle here will be the same as this angle here, and that's always true. Okay, so we've got two components here. We've got this component here and that component there. This is 15 newtons. This component here will be 15 sine 25 newtons. So we're going to take 15 sine 25 degrees, and that's equal to 0. So that means that F is 15 sine 25. And I calculated that will give us 6.339, which is 6.34 newtons. Resolving in the J direction, we're going to have R minus the vertical, this component here of this force, which is going to be 15 cos 25. So R minus 15 cos 25, that's equal to 0 because the whole thing's in equilibrium. So R will be equal to 15 cos 25, and therefore R will be equal to 13.59, which will give me 13.6 newtons. Okay, so there's been a video to show you how to find different resolving forces when on a block on a slope. I hope you've understood, and I thank you very much for watching, and I remind you the GeoGebra app is in the notes of the video. Thank you very much.